Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the sixth game in Duluth history in Division 1 against UMass Week 7. Let's get into this game. Bud Grant's excited, and we will see a new defensive scheme. And let's see how it works out. Here you can see the defensive averages for both teams in the season. UMass doing pretty well against the pass, not as well against the run, and you know we are going to eat that up. Another thing, look at that. 0 interceptions so far for Duluth. Are you kidding me? 5 games in, and we haven't gotten a single interception? Why did I say 6 games earlier? This is our 5th game. What am I talking about? Anyway, enough jibber jabber. Welcome to Valhalla, where the Norse are gonna hopefully keep this undefeated run going. It may only be 1 game, but don't worry about it. Listen, we are 1-0, 100% at Valhalla. UMass better be trembling to their toes, and we still haven't fixed the field crew. Come on. University has a Y at the end. Come on, just fix that. Anyway, welcome UMass, the second opponent at the stadium for Duluth, as we lose the toss, and we went in the toss and choose to kick. Okay, Cameron Tillman on the kickoff. Boots it deep, and here we go. Kicks it only to the 5-yard line, but Isabella takes the kick, and he's going to run up with it. And oh my God, he breaks a tackle, and gets past Trenton Cabral, and Tremblay misses the tackle. Oh, come on, Keon Kidd. Oh, Keon Kidd saves the touchdown there. 69-yard return for Andy Isabella. Are you kidding me? It's not how you want to start a game. 2nd and 7 now. Throws it out to Williams. Williams gets a huge gain there, 11 yards. First down and 10 for UMass. Inside the 15 already. We're only 30 seconds into this game. Now Thomas will hand it off to Rashad Young, and Young will break a tackle and get pushed out by O.J. Holiday. Oh, sorry, Marquise Young. Jeez. And Marquise Young just gets the handoff and scores a touchdown right there. Easy play there for UMass, and we're already down 7-0, and within 1 minute of the game. Not a good start here. In other news, Western Michigan beats Akron in the MAC conference play, 41-34. What a shootout! T. Flacco throws 4 touchdowns. I'm just gonna assume that they were all for Corey Davis. Other news: Kent State beats Ball State by 1, and Vanderbilt's beating North Carolina. Hashtag upset alert. But here we go. Norse offense led by Nazario Waxweiler, who had 209 yards rushing last game. Let's see if he can carry that into this one. We're going to start off in the loaded pistol and hand it off to J.P. Hand, and he gets tackled in the backfield by Ali Musa. Here we go, 2nd and 13. We're going to hand it off to J.P. Hand again, and that's a 6-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd and 7 now for the Norse, as they're going to line up in a pistol formation. Cruz is going to fake it to Waxweiler. He throws out to Hines, who drops the ball. Are you kidding me? That's going to be a punt right away, and UMass, within a minute and a half of the game starting, or 2.5 minutes, are up 7-0 and have the ball. Here we go. He throws it out to the receiver, and oh my God, Leslie picked it off. Javon Leslie with the first interception of the career jukes out a man and gets tackled. What, are you kidding me? What a play here by Javon Leslie. Catching it in the air, readjusting, spinning around, and even juking out their star tight end Todd Stafford. Wow. We have the ball right back in UMass territory. Let's get it. Cruz hands it off to Waxweiler, who gets the edge, stiff arms a man, and gets a 2-yard gain. That could have been a lot worse. Read option here. Cruz is going to keep it. He's going to make a spin move, but the guy still gets some. He did not fool him there with the spin, but that's an 8-yard gain, and that's a first down for the Norse. Duluth now. Cruz faking it to Waxweiler and throws it to the middle to Brett Dennis. 14-yard gain. Another first down Norse. Here we go. We're going to run a read option. Hand it off to Waxweiler up the middle. And Waxweiler trucks through 2 men and carries forward for 10 yards. It's going to be 2nd and inches. 1st and goal now for the Norse. as Cruz is going to fake it to Waxweiler, and Cruz is going to get to the outside. Cruz gets hit at the 1 yard line and gets taken down at the 2. Great play there. Now 2nd and goal for the Norse, wasting a lot of clock here. Cruz throws it to Leslie Hines, and that's a touchdown. Norse. 2-yard pass, doesn't matter how you get it. It's a touchdown. We wasted a lot of time there, like 3 minutes on a drive that only went 40 yards. But great pass there. Great route by Leslie Hines. Back on defense now. Thomas hands it off to Marquise Young, who gets tackled right away by Reggie Robertson. Here we go. Thomas now back to pass, and he's going to throw it deep to Brenneman. Brenneman? I don't know. Huge play there. 44 yards taken down by Reggie Robertson, but it's too late at that point. 2nd and 10 now for the UMass, and the I formation hands it off to Marquise Young, who gets taken down by who else? Trent Manson, actually, not Rich Davenport yet. Anyway, screen pass here, and what a play by the Norse defense on the blitz, still picking up the screen if it was thrown. But Tyler Miller gets to the quarterback. 4th and 17, and UMass has to settle for a field goal. Great play there by Tyler Miller. Kickoff now for the Minutemen, as they're going to send it deep to Jaron Childs, who's going to take the ball about 4 yards deep into the end zone. He's going to get a few blocks. He gets to the outside to the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 40, 30, 25, 20. Oh my God. Gets pushed out of bounds after an 87-yard return. Holy crap. That'll get us to the end of the first quarter. And the Norse are driving and about to score. 10-7 after 1. Here we go now. Pistol formation for the Norse, as Cruz is going to fake it to Pand, and he's going to toss it out to Waxweiler, and Waxweiler is going to make a stiff arm man and gets tackled by the safety after a 9-yard gain, or 6-yard gain. 3rd and 1 now for the Norse. Cruz is going to fake it to Waxweiler, pitches out to Brett Dennis on the motion, and Brett Dennis will run it in for a touchdown. Touchdown Norse. Great play right there. We saw that in week 1 against Minnesota. I haven't seen it too much sense, but Brad Dennis there gets hit. Doesn't matter. He scores still. I formation now for the Minutemen. Quick out to Nesmith, and that's a 5-yard gain. 3rd and 5 now for the Minutemen. Quarterback drops back to pass, and he's just going to have to throw it away. It's going to be 4th down, and it's time for us to get the ball back again to hopefully extend our lead. Jaron Childs waits back to receive the kick, and he's going to make a move out to the outside. He's going to keep going to the edge, and Jaron Childs has some room to the 45-40. Stiff arms a man out of bounds to the 35-yard line. 39-yard punt return. Man, special teams really kicking in right now. Cruz steps back to pass. He's trying to go deep, and he gets picked off right away by Shane Huber of the Minutemen defense. Man, I know it was 3rd and 9. But you can't throw a pick after that great return. You got to capitalize on that. Minutemen now to back throw. Brenneman gets a 11-yard reception there. Man, this defense is looking a bit shaky right now in this new system, but it is doing decently well. And oh my God, Brian Bailey gets the second pick for Duluth. Wow! Right when I said the new scheme wasn't working, it works. And we get a pick, the second one of the game. Great play there by Brian Bailey to step in front of the man, snag the ball, and get a nice little return as well. Gets a wall of blockers there. Pistol formation. There he's going to fake it to Waxweiler. Cruz out to the outside. Gets a few blocks, and he's going to stiff arm a man to the ground and gets a 20-yard gain for Spike Cruz, who has 33 yards on 4 tries. And on 3rd and 10, wow, Brett Dennis just gets open right away on that streak. Easy plays right there. 1st and 10 now for the Norse. As Cruz is going to fake it to Waxweiler. Cruz is going to make a spin move and gets hit by a man who's getting blocked. Are you kidding me? You got to have better awareness than that. Cruz at 40 yards rushing already. Here we go, less than 2 minutes in the half. 3rd and 1 for the Norse. Cruz is going to fake it to Waxweiler. And he's just going to slide at the 5-yard line. Safe decision. Don't take the hit. 3rd and goal now for the Norse. Cruz is going to hand it off to Waxweiler, who gets down less before the line of scrimmage. You've got to be kidding me. And they're just going to attempt the field goal, and that is halftime. 17 Duluth and UMass 10. Welcome to the halftime report, guys. I'm your host, Josh Williams. Who else would it be? Let's be honest. And this game's actually going surprisingly well for the Norse. I did think we had a chance to win this game, but it's going 17-10 or 17-14. No, 17-10. Yeah, I just forgot the score. Their tight ends are absolutely killing us right now, but we do have 2 picks. One by Javon Leslie and one by Brian Bailey. Both of them great plays, right? Both of them great plays. And Shane Huber has a pick for the UMass Minutemen. And this game is going pretty well. Rushing, we're doing pretty well. We have 14 yards or 14 minutes of time of possession. That is the Bud Grant offense that we like to see. 87 rushing yards. We have more rushing yards than they have yards total. Again, that's just what Bud Grant's trying to install here. A lot of option, a lot of pistol, and just move the ball down their throats. Another thing to note, they only have 8 rushing yards. This new scheme, doing a little shaky in the air, minus those 2 picks, is doing really well against the run. Here we go now, Duluth, 3rd and 11. Cruz is going to step back to pass. And Cruz is going to launch it deep, and that's going to be tipped away by Steve Casali. 1st and 10 now for the Minutemen. The quarterback's going to hand it off to Marquise Young, and Marquise Young gets the outside. Javon Leslie misses, and he's off to the races. Brian Bailey finally drags him down after a 30-yard gain. Are you kidding me? 2nd and 9 now for the Minutemen. Todd Stafford is in motion. And quarterback is going to step back to pass, and he's going to get shove off a man, but Paris Crenshaw is right there, sacked for a 7-yard loss. Great play there by Paris. 3rd and 16 now for the Minutemen, as they have a man wide open in the middle, but they're going to throw to Todd Stafford instead, who still gets a touchdown. He's like 6'7". This is just unfair. 40-yard touchdown there from Ross Thomas to Todd Stafford. I mean, he just towers over everybody on our defense. Great play right there. Almost got the tackle at the 1, but wasn't meant to be. It's going to be 17-17 now. Miami versus Toledo. Wow, interesting score here. 14-11 is Miami of Ohio winless still. Looks to maybe upset Toledo. Here we go now. Wing offset pistol formation for the Norse, as Cruz is going to fake it to Waxwell and gets a 4-yard gain. Just simple yard plays like that is going to let us get some good yardage and victories. Brett Dennis actually dropped it on the slant. Always so trustworthy there. But what's the flag here? It's a holding. Never mind. It's going to be 4th and 7. 4th and Norse. Obviously, they are going to decline that. And Bud Grant's going to have a word with the referees about that one. Thomas drops back to pass, and he finds Nesmith, lobs it in on the slant. That is not a good move, but they do complete it, and that is a 1st down. 3rd and 10 now for the Minutemen. Drops back to pass, and he's going to throw it deep, and it's dropped. Oh, man. Brian Bailey could have had his 2nd pick of the game if he did not drop that one. But here we go. Cruz fakes it off to Waxweiler on 1st down, and he's going to make a few men miss, and he gets a 12-yard gain. He sets up his blocks perfectly, and that's why Cruz has been so effective in this option. And again on the option, triple option, this time is Cruz pitches out to Waxweiler. Waxweiler trucks a man and gets tackled after a 19-yard gain, and that's a 1st down for the Norse. Another pistol formation for the Norse here, 2nd and 4. Cruz is going to hand it off to Waxweiler. Waxweiler is going to carry 3 men to the 1st down line, but there's a flag. It's personal foul. Face mask, that's what I'm talking about on the defense. And that's going to be a 1st down at the 17-yard line for the Norse. Shaki Hollins made a mental mistake there, and we get a huge gain there. Pistol formation now for the Norse, as they're going to As Cruz is just going to keep it here on the option, and he's just going to walk right into the end zone. That's 17 yards untouched there for Spike Cruz. It's going to be 24-17. What a drive. I mean, Spike Cruz doesn't even hold it in the right hand. He should be going to the putting the ball in the outside hand. It doesn't matter. First and 10 now for the Minutemen. Down by 7 as they're going to fake it to Marquise Young, and he's going to throw it out to Todd Stafford right away, who shoves off his man and gets out of bounds. Here we go now. He's going to hand it off to Marquise Young. 10-yard gain there, but it's going to be 2nd and inches still. And on this play, they hand it off to Marquise Young, who finds a hole and makes, oh my God, Brian Bailey just absolutely smacked him to the ground. Motion by their fullback here on the strong eye. Marquise Young now, oh wow, he gets slammed by Brian Bailey again. What can this man not do? They're going to throw a screen pass here. He gets hit at his throw, but it doesn't matter. Marquise Young's going to be hit by O.J. Holiday, does not get him down. And then Rich Davenport comes in with the tackle. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. 24-17 Duluth. Wow, just what a game so far. It looks like we might be going to our 2nd straight victory. 4th and 1 now for the Minutemen as they're going to go for it because kicking a field goal here does nothing. He's going to fake it to his receiver and gets tackled. Andrew Libby gets tackled after catching it by O.J. Holiday. What a play. And that's going to be a first down for the Norse as Cruz hands it off to Waxweiler, and Waxweiler gets a solid 6-yard gain there on the play. 2nd and 4 now for the Norse. They're just going to try to waste as much time as possible on this drive as Jamal Chase gets it on the jet sweep and he goes nowhere, loses a yard on the play. 3rd and 5 now for the Norse. Shane Huber makes the perfect play on the ball and gets him down for a 1-yard loss. 3rd and 5 now for the Norse. Pistol formation. This is probably going to be a read option, isn't it? Yes, it is, and Cruz is going to keep it on this time. This time on the read option, and that is a slide for a 6-yard gain, first down, Norse. Here we go, 2nd and 10. They're going to run a screen pass. Waxweiler gets his few blocks, but he does not get everybody, and that's going to be a 5-yard gain. 3rd and 5 now for the Norse, and they're going to have to try to pass on this one, can't they? And they do. And they're going to throw it to Jamal Chase on the slant, who falls forward for a 12-yard gain. Great play right there. So, you can't run an option on 3rd and 5 all the time, so you got to throw it sometimes. There you go. 1st and 10 now for the Norse. They send Cabral in motion. Waxweiler tries to get out of there with a spin, loses 4 yards on the play, but that's fine. 2nd and 14 on the right now is on the triple option. Cruz is going to keep it, and he's going to try to pitch it late to Glenn Brooks, but he hits the defender, but Jamal Chase is there to pick it up. Whew, that could have been bad. Under 4 minutes now. We've been wasting a lot of clock on this drive as Waxweiler breaks a tackle and gets gangbanged on that tackle. That's not the word I should be using, but there were 6 guys tackling him on that play. What can I say? Waxweiler gets the ball now on a simple stretch play, breaks a tackle, and gets tackled by 4 more guys. He is commanding attention right now. Only has 61 yards in the game. Here we go now, under 3 minutes. There's a toss to the left for Waxweiler as Waxweiler finds the edge and gets an 8-yard gain. And that's going to be another first down for the Norse. Almost to 2 minutes left in the game now as they line up another pistol. Cruz is going to hand it off to Waxweiler, and Waxweiler is going to truck a man and gets tackled by the safety on that play, and the Minutemen are starting to use their timeouts. 2nd and 5 now for the Norse. This is going to be the last play before 2 minutes. And there we go. What a spin move there. Gets out Shane Huber, and that's an 8-yard play right there. Timeout, Minutemen. 2 minutes left in the game exactly. Call that timeout a 2-minute warning. As Waxweiler is going to run up the middle and gets a 5-yard gain. And the Minutemen are going to use their last timeout. 2nd and 5 now for the Norse. As Waxweiler is going to run the ball and gets it into the end zone. Touchdown, but there is a flag on the play, and it's holding. Now that might seem bad, but now we can have more plays to run more clock. So I don't think it's that bad. Here we go. Bud Grant's arguing a little bit about it, but doesn't matter. We're going to waste some more clock on this drive. Surely a touchdown ends the game at this point as Waxweiler gets pummeled in the backfield there. not the greatest of plays. Shaki Hollins makes the play there. 3rd and goal now for the Norse. And a touchdown here really ends the game. On the read option, Cruz is going to keep it. He's going to break a tackle. Gets a block there by Brett Dennis, or Leslie Hines, that is. And gets 14 yards, just short of the end zone. But they will kick a field goal, and that will end the game. Our Duluth Norse are 2-3, coming off 2 straight wins. Of course, Cruz has to be player of the game. Two total touchdowns today, and 1 through the air, 1 on the ground, and just a great game overall. 27-17. This game really did not look in doubt at all at any point in this game. Maybe at the beginning when we were down 7-0, but once we tied it up, we did not look back. Never. We only had the deficit at 10-7. No more after that. Once we got it to 14-10. I gotta admit though, their offense was pretty difficult to handle, as the defense really had its hands cut, or the job cut out for him, with Todd Stafford and Minutemen in the passing game, as their tight ends were behemoths. Some stats now: Spike Cruz was 9 for 16 for 67 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. 56% completion, 7.4 average yards per completion, and 19 yards the longest pass. But he is not known for his time in the air. It's through the ground where he makes his name. Anyway, Waxweiler gets 22 carries, 84 yards. Cruz gets 14 carries for 109 yards, 7.7 average, and a long of 20. It's just insane. And between Waxweiler and Cruz, that is 65 yards after contact. It's unbelievable. We had 3 broken tackles by Waxweiler. He was a beast, even though we did not get 100 on this game. Cruz did have that fumble, but we got it back. Not too worried about that. Brett Dennis, 3 receptions for 39 yards, 13-yard average. No touchdowns today. That went to Leslie Hines. But Brett Dennis had 1 drop, and Hines and Chase both had 2 drops. We've got to fix that. Waxweiler had 2 completions as well, 6 yards, no drops. On defense, O.J. Holiday actually led the team in tackles, as Davenport is nowhere to be seen on this screen here. 1 tackle for loss for Crenshaw, Miller, Holiday, and I didn't see the rest, and a sack for Miller and Crenshaw. 2 very important plays in this game. And of course, you can't forget the picks by Brian Bailey and Javon Leslie. Brian Bailey's had a 27-yard return. Leslie had an 18-yard return. Great defensive performance today. Had a team under 20 points in a game. That's pretty impressive. Even though UMass is 1-6 now, doesn't matter. We had 14 first downs, 272 yards of total offense, 205 in the air, 67 in the or 205 on the ground, 67 in the air. We were 5 for 5 in the red zone. We had 1 pick, but we threw 1 pick and they threw 2. We had 28 and a half minutes of time of possession, and that's really what makes the game that's the point of the offense for Bud Grant. Not too many penalties, not worried about that, but returns were massive in this game. Huge kick and punt returns for both sides. And that will be it for this episode. Remember, leave questions about the game in the comment section below, and I will see you all later. Peace.